Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Granblue Fantasy versus Community League. I am here and again joined by the legendary Ebonic Plague. How are you doing this fine afternoon?
Well, I'm doing a little better after you called me legendary. Getting called legendary by the Mike Ross, the Miguel Rossington.
It's going to be 1 hour of us just, never mind. Just going back and forth, feeding compliments. I toned it down for a little bit right now.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, we're, if you guys are tuning in right now, we are going down to the second wave of the southern region of North America. And I just want to start off by saying I did peep the whole bracket, scouring through the paperwork looking for his name. I did not see Jan in H-Town try to run it back with that Ladiva play. That's what I was super looking forward to, but no Jan in this bracket. However, he doesn't have to do it because he already got his prize last time. If you entered this tournament, yes, you got a free. I don't want to say free. You got an exclusive. That's better. An exclusive in-game skin, and this goes out to everybody who just signed up. Yeah, if you didn't get it on the first one because you didn't sign up, we're running out of spots now because the second wave is almost finished. But there is still some tournaments still happening, so make sure you go to bit.ly/GBVS League. Find out when the next tournaments are coming up. See if you can sign up for it and get your chance at winning. Ebonic Plague, we did not get Jan and H-Town, but we did get some heavy hitters here in this bracket. Let's how about you gloss over it for us and tell us what to expect. Yeah.
Heavy hitting is the right word, right? Because Neil Karsh, Baron, Diver, Rose Lockhart, right? That means two of the few people who have ever beaten Zombie Moo in an offline tournament when he is playing his main are in this top four right now, Neil Karsh and Rose. And then we got Baron and Diver as well. And so one of the surprises, since you said it, I'll just bring it up because I'm normally pretty biased and I normally got to talk about this, but Professor Necotech had lost to both Baron and Diver. Now, Professor Necotech is someone I normally consider to be, just going to be there in the top four, right? Like, just kind of think about it. But no, Baron, Diver, took him out.
The surprise. I mean, these tournaments are full of surprises. There's no stranger. I think we witnessed something like this not too long ago, exactly, where you might have had a good run, but once you get into these brackets, you might have been too comfortable behind the sticks and let somebody else who was a little bit more hungry at the time. Never underestimate the hunger, something we learned earlier. So maybe Diver was just ready for it.
Yeah, no, I mean, Baron and Diver, they're here for a reason, right? That wasn't like some sort of like crazy out of nowhere, out of pocket thing. But to me, I put Professor Necotech on a high plane, and because I put Professor Necotech on a high plane, and because Baron and Diver beat Professor Necotech, that can kind of tell you the level of skill that they're at. And I mean, we're gonna see it in person, right? Right now. That's what we're waiting on, right? And so. Now, Neil Karsh is probably the heaviest hitting person that most people are looking at for the bracket. I'm just going to be upfront about it. Neil Karsh is one of the longer running players within the FGC in particular, has a lot of experience in multiple games, and is considered to be one of the best, if not the best player in America of the character, their character. But the thing is they don't just play one character, right? Neil Karsh plays Catalina and Jita. And the previous matches that we saw in the top 8, we did see Jita pick versus Rose Lockhart in particular, the Lancelot player. And so the Jita pick is something that's, I mean, a lot of people are going to be going towards it these days, right? Like Catalina is out here trying her best. And so because she's out here trying her best.
You told me about that when you say that, but I can't believe you're using that now for Catalina. That's crazy. A character who once did not have to try her best, right? Now
she did not used to have to try her best, but she's trying her best these days. Yeah. So Gina is a character that you might want to gravitate towards when so much is on the line here in the Granblue Fantasy versus Community League, right? You've got, I mean, obviously the skins are just for signing up, but there's more once you get the qualification, and that's what Neo Karsh is vying for. And so I totally don't blame Neo Karsh from going like, all right, well, I desire power, I desire strength, and you know, getting that frying pan on deck. I'm not sure if he plays with the frying pan or not, but
I love that. Ever since you pointed that out, I couldn't help but always noticing when a Vegeta player picks that frying pan. I just listen for the sounds now. It's so
the
cool.
Same thing with Percival players in the baseball bat, right? Like, so you play the baseball bat and you get a different sound effect. So
you get a different one with what is it, Charlotta and the fork?
Is it also Charlotta? Charlotta,
yeah, she has like a fork. I don't know if it's for grooming or whatever, but it's a big ass fork. And I don't know, but I didn't really pay attention to the sound.
It's hard for me to keep track because there's so many weapons in the game that you can get. So like some of them will have a different sound effect, some of them will be completely the same, you know. So I just forget. But it's a good option, you know. Play a skin that changes the sound effects so you know when a counter hit happens.
That's actually genius and pretty cool to even have that ability to, like, you know, you tune your ears to the sound of the weapons. And with something you mentioned earlier, so can I get a kind of an actual confirmation that your feel is to follow Neokarsh on this one? This is the player that everybody kind of has the target on their back right now, right?
I would say that is the target on the back, right? Mm-hmm. That is the quote-unquote favorite walking into the event. Mm-hmm. I do have to give a lot of props and look a lot towards Rose as well. Okay. But, you know, I think what could change my mind is seeing how Baron versus how Baron versus Neokarsh goes, right? Because, like, that's when I'll know for sure. But like right now, I'm just gonna stick to my guns. You know, I'm not trying to half-ass anything. I'm just gonna say Neokarsh is the current favorite, and I'm gonna stick to that. And you know, if somebody decides that they want to shut me up, then by all means, I'll hold that L.
That's right. And it's one of those things where you want to be kind of proven wrong on sometimes. It's like you want to see the player step up, do something impressive that you did not expect to see coming. There's nothing that's an L worth holding on to. You wanted to see what Baron did to put Nekotech in losers, right? You want to see what that kind of what was it about that Lo Wayne gameplay to see how it pans out.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think we got the players ready to roll at this point, if I am not mistaken.
All right.
Don't let me lie to you.
Yeah, so it does look like you were correct. But yeah, so one last thing before we get into it that I want to point out is that we do have currently, barring any other character switches, 5 unique characters in the top 4. Because, you know, there's Neokarsh on Catalina and Gita. There may be 0 Catalina, so it could just be 4 different characters in top 4. But, you know, we'll see. And then, you know, Loane, we got 6. Oh, well, there's the Catalina.
There it is. Reputations are on the line out here, you know.
Obviously it's been a little bit since previous patches where Catalina was a bit stronger, so I could be remembering incorrectly, but I do remember Catalina doing historically well versus Loane back then. Loane was also worse, so you know it's not really hard to say, but
they were both kind of swapped over there, right? You know, Catalina was better, Loane was worse. Well, I'm excited to see. I love to see Loane gameplay.
Yeah, this is one of those characters that is a lot of knowledge checks, right? Like, you really need to know how to fight Loane. If you're not knowledgeable on how to fight this character, he runs over you. And so that's one of the reasons why I was willing to want to see this match before I said Neokarsh could just beat everybody. It's because everybody gets hit by an unblockable at least once, right? And you saw it there just a second ago. And apparently everybody's working on a perfect. Okay, very close to a perfect.
Baron is no joke. I see now, like, the pressure was, oh, wait a minute, here comes some damage. Some Catalina damage.
I mean, look at that. Just only spent 1 of the EX cooldowns on that. Already half the life bar. You're in death range now. Oh, but the slide.
Oh. I like it.
Sweet. Okay, well, first round of Baron, things were about to change. And, you know, when something like that happens to some players, their morale goes down the drain, right? So it can get kind of scary.
Yep, that's one of those make or break moments. I mean, Baron's got a, you know, comfortable. Oh, nice sliding under the projectile.
Yeah, that's one of the staple Loane things for a while, is trying to use that slide to get under the projectile. But that was at optimal range too.
Yeah.
Neokarsh though, fighting back.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, even tried to set up just in case it got the wall bounce at the max distance, which was very possible. So good on Neokarsh. And yeah, completely shut down Baron's options at attempting to escape right there. 1 around already, first game. I like how close it's going to be.
Yeah, this is definitely going to come down to the end. You know, and I think it's safe to say, oh man, this is Lil Wayne's time to work. Oh my god.
Yeah, so right there, that's one of those mental stack things, right? You see Tommy jumping up in the air, which is an overhead. So you try to fake the unblockable on the other side, like with a low, and so the opponent's not expecting you to do universal overhead. But Baron with the human pyramid attack, catching Neokarsh jumping out, and the first game is there.
That looked like a perfect. I think we're gonna go to the room to get a G. Ever mind. I was just kidding. I thought we'd get the switch, but all that means is that you kind of figured out where your mistakes were. You're confident enough to say, I got this. Plus, I'm in winners. I got a game to spare. Oh, God.
Oh, that's going to hurt a lot. Good Lord, bro. There was no Skybound art or Super Skybound art in there.
Where'd the life go? I think it glitched on my end.
You know, I understand.
Yeah.
You lost video feed.
Yeah, I lost video feed. And all of a sudden, the life is gone.
Ooh, Yggdrasil coming out. Yeah. So this is one of those knowledge checks right here. How do you deal with this? Do you know how to do it?
Yep.
And then, yeah, so the lightning bolt, you have enough health to just block the lightning bolt despite it. Oh, and then ran forward. So good from Neokarsh. Yeah. So picture perfect textbook play versus Yggdrasil. You have enough life to block the lightning bolt despite it being one of the higher chip damage moves, right? So you're cool with that. And then it doesn't set you up to get unblockable by trying to spot dodge it.
Absolutely insane.
Ooh, yeah, another... Well, that one was hard to blockable because it wasn't perfectly timed. But, I mean, hey, hard to blockable is still strong enough, right?
That's right, yep.
Oh, baited out the parry!
Neokarsh doing... Oh, empty jump low. Okay, there's the adjustments, the adaptation. Didn't have to switch characters because you figured out in your head, uh-oh, I don't know, Baron rushed in too quick. Didn't give themselves time to think about what went wrong. Maybe that's the game plan. Overwhelm them with low Wayne nonsense, but damage.
Parry just to get out. Yeah, Catalina, the one thing that she did not lose is the Mahe, right? That damage.
Yeah.
And so because of that, you know, she's always going to be a threat to you once she gets a counter hit. Very good pickup, but just not enough to be able to finish the job right here. Chip is a factor, and there's Yggdrasil again.
Nice.
Okay, back up off me. Oh, yeah, jumped over, and he's going to block the lightning bolt again. Remember, you've got enough life. You're just going to block it. You might get the punish on the fireball here. No, just barely, but since Baron had to jump over it, that set up for the EX thrust to chip out instead.
Yep. And this is a match point now for Neokarsh.
This is like a completely different match from the first game, but wow, the jump you actually hitting the 5H.
And I'm trying to see, just getting hit. Like, I'm trying to see where the changes happen, but it's just Neokarsh having, you know, more calculated attacks and strong defense. Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, one of the big things was definitely those 5H and 2H counter hits, right? Because that was huge damage at all times. And then he was never on the defensive before, so he didn't have to deal with the human pyramid attack shenanigans. Oh, tried to get the punish on it, but was just a bit too early, and that forced extra damage. Now, Neokarsh is 1 hit away from being able to kill, though.
Yep. Oh, my gosh. Baron needs... Oh! Wow.
This is really bad, because there's not a lot of health to take. Yeah, anything at all. Neokarsh with the far medium. EX thrust to confirm. Finishing it off there.
Oh, man. That's, you know, that's got to sting
They
a little
rematch
bit.
on accident.
Yeah, you know how that happens. When you're in the zone and you're just playing, you just want to go straight into it. What if they're...
I mean, well, the thing is they're still in the match, right? Because like they're so focused that they're not gonna pay attention to the chat or anything. So,
so basically, we need to get a ref to pull one of them off the cabinet because they're not getting up. They think that it's 3 out of 5.
He's already dead. Stop.
Yeah, stop. Yeah, exactly. Got to get somebody to pull them off right now. We've all been there. You just want to keep going. You're in the zone. You don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, they're really playing, huh?
So that is going to be Neokarsh finishing off. They're 2-1. And I gotta say, Baron looked real strong in that first game, though. Like, that looked completely doable by Baron, for sure, I would say.
Yeah, no, I thought we were going to get a totally different outcome there because Baron looked super strong. It was super convincing. It was an actual blowout almost. I think got a perfect, if I'm not mistaken, on that.
It was very close. It was almost a perfect. Yeah.
Almost a perfect. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's my fault. You know why? Because I'm stupid and I got something blocking the life bar. I just fixed it right now. It's now gone.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, to the point where it was so close that it was a perfect. When we were talking about, like, the morale of Baron, if he had lost that round, could have been in shambles because that was a Neocrush attempted comeback right there.
Yeah.
And luckily, not the case.
Yeah. Well, so you guys can't see it. Ebonic Plague and I are looking at the cabinets with them playing right over there, sitting down, and they played.
Oh yeah, they're
match.
right next to us. Yeah.
They're right next to us
in real life. Yeah. So he was pointing that way, so I'm pointing this way as well. He was over
there. Right. It's really happening, y'all.
They're behind my TV, you know. It is...
so we can say, you know, if you guys had plans and the tournament is running a little, tournament's running a little late, we can blame both of them because they played an extra game because they just couldn't get off the cabs. But we'll try to make sure everything else runs accordingly. Can we take a look at the brackets now to see what the positioning will be?
Yeah. So that is going to make Baron wait in losers finals, right? Mm-hmm. And so Neocrush obviously up in grand finals, and so Baron's got that second chance at Neocrush possibly, but it's gonna have to go through either Diver or Rose Lockhart, which will be our next match to actually be able to get the run back. So we should be seeing 6 versus Lancelot, which is I think a really interesting matchup because Lancelot used to be like the original mix quote unquote character. Yeah. And so 6 has been kind of taking the fold on that. And there are a lot less Lancelot players. A lot of them actually ended up playing 6 anyway. So.
Yeah, there's only a few Lancelot loyalists left.
I like that. The alliteration. You got bars out there, Mike. You know,
hey, man.
This is the first time.
You listen long enough, you start picking up on them. I'm dropping subtle, I'm sprinkling them everywhere, you know?
You listen long enough, there's a legacy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you set yourself up for it, and I thought you were about to do it, and then you said something else, and I was like, hey.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, so as we get Diver and Rose ready, you said it's a possible 6, and we're gonna see.
Yeah, because I don't know if there's gonna be any sort of matchup dependent switches that one of the players might want to make, right? Because that has been one of the things that has been going on in Granblue Fantasy Versus is some matchups just kind of suck. That's just how life is, right? And so some people or some people are just more comfortable in a different matchup that is maybe the same, strength of a matchup. Like maybe they're both 5/5, but one person feels comfortable with the other character instead of their main in the 5/5. And so that's been happening a lot. And also it's very easy to pick up a new character. It's a lot more difficult to master that character, but it's easy to pick up a new character in this game. So having secondaries and tertiary characters is actually quite common. So I never really want to count out that possibility. It's unlikely in most cases, but it is always going to be a possibility for versus players, right? So
yeah. I mean, kind of saw that right there. Even though I guess, well, did you say? I know Neocrush is a Catalina player
normally, yeah.
But is that his main, or would it be Jita at this point?
I think that's up to Neocrush, right? Because it really just depends. I feel like Jita just comes out in the matchups that are just obviously too difficult to run for Catalina kind of thing, or when there's like a player that is just okay. So it is Avatar Belial. Okay, so Diver is playing the Avatar. So that's the thing is I wasn't 100% sure if it was gonna be 6 or if it's gonna be Avatar Belial, what have you, right? So
you're right. Oh, that whoa.
Welcome to the finish line. I love so the song is called Parade's Lust, and so Belial is known to be a very what is the word that is PG-13?
Belial is known to be.
He's promiscuous. He's promiscuous.
Yeah.
So this song also shows that factor, and it's just a lovely song. So anyway, so Rose Lockhart on the Lancelot, not too big of a surprise right there, but yeah, calling out the dashes. That's one of the things that used to plague a lot of people when this game first came out, was those dashes to change up the mix-up. Not so much these days. A lot more people know how to fight Lancelot now.
Yeah, this again, we haven't seen many Lancelots throughout the Granblue Fantasy versus Community League, but it is always a treat to see him. We got to see.
Against Avatar Belial, one of the newer characters too, and this character, he's got the lowest health in the game, and he spends his own HP on special cancels, right?
Gotcha.
So you got to watch out for that. It might look like there's a situation where Diver is in like complete control, but could be about to die because maybe Rose Lockhart only needs one combo, right?
I see. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm seeing that life draining. Got to spend that life to take life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also you see the strength of some of the specials that Avatar Belial gets when he uses his own HP. So
right. Ooh. Okay.
TP on the way through. There's gonna be the overdrive right here, and that is gonna be connecting. And the laser beam right there. Yeah, and that was one of those situations where look at Diver's HP at the end of that match. It looked like it was almost completely in Diver's favor the whole time, but it was also close.
It was very close. Yeah, very close, man. I like that.
Yeah, this is a character that runs over you if you do not have the ability to figure out how to stop it, right? Like that's one of the crazy parts about Avatar Belial is, he may be using his own HP against you, but you have to have the knowledge on deck of what special is going to be possible when, and how you can get around it, right?
Nice.
Yeah, and that laser beam is going to be one of the biggest problems too, is because he gets that teleport afterwards. So it's not only like almost, I'm not going to say fully omnipresent special, but it's very, very large, right?
Yeah. It's commanding of the screen. Yeah, this offense is crazy. I thought Lancelot was a problem.
Well, you've been away from the game.
Yeah, I've been away. Yeah, things have changed. Okay.
It's funny too. This isn't even the best Belial in the game. The other Belial is still stronger.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I was told that this is more. I mean, you tell me how you feel about it, but I was told that Avatar Belial is a little bit more of a trolling type of a pick. Not necessarily.
What do you mean by trolling?
I guess. Yeah. Let me clarify that. Is like you kind of said, you might be better off just picking the regular form.
Well, it just depends on your playstyle, right? Because like this is not a Shoto. This version of Belial, whereas the other version of Belial is a Shoto. So like just keep that in mind.
Yeah. This is but I guess
this boy is about anger and disrespect. That's what this boy is about.
Okay. I got you. Yeah, I guess the reason why that might have been emphasized is just because of the fact that you're playing a character that is kind of risky to use. And I mean, Diver, every single round I think has ended with exactly 70 seconds left. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's almost calculated madness.
It's one of those characters that speeds up the pace, right? And Rose Lockhart was having a real difficult time being able to play at that pace. And laser beam is super strong versus Lancelot in particular because he doesn't really have a lot of ways to get around it. Same thing with the fireball. Same thing with the dirt kick. Or well, I guess it's not a kick. He just kind of brings it up. But whatever. You know, these are things that kind of give Lancelot trouble because normally he's the character where your movement is so strong because you can kind of, jump in the air and the opponent's like, well, I can't anti-air him because he might change his trajectory, that kind of stuff. But it doesn't really matter to Avatar Belial because he just goes, oh, here's like a bunch of fireballs that go at that exact angle. You can change your trajectory or not. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, it's crazy now. Like looking at the rest of the bracket, we have Baron.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did I get that right? Yes, I did. Right.
Baron. No,
you're Baron's going to be going against Diver. Yeah, Rose Lockhart, one of the players that you kind of did mention that was a favored one. I don't think Neo Karsh's exactly has a clear ride just yet.
No.
Yeah, I think Baron and Diver both looked super strong, and Neo Karsh might have a little bit of not a smooth sailing in grand finals. So I don't know if you have any predictions Who do you think is going to have a slight upper hand in the losers finals, perhaps?
Yeah, the losers finals kind of dictates the rest of the event, right? Like, because we have yet to see on the stream Neo Karsh versus Diver, for example.
Yeah,
We did see Baron versus Neo Karsh, and that was actually pretty close in terms of game count.
Yep.
It got a little more in Neo Karsh's favor afterwards, but
I like that.
I wonder about the character picks, but we keep it to losers finals. Baron versus Diver, Loane versus Avatar Belial, or Six, right?
Yep.
And that just presents one of those games that is either do you want to switch up the pace to be super fast, right? Because what we saw from Baron was that he was more of like a mid-range type thing, and that's Loane. It's gonna happen kind of like that. So if you're stuck being up close versus a character with super strong offense and all you have is a parry, that could be very worrisome. And both of the characters that Diver plays is exactly that.
Yeah. Yes. It's gonna be a tough matchup, but it's definitely gonna be interesting for us. We're gonna come back with the losers final match in a second. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Baron versus Diver. Yeah. Everybody, we're back. Sorry, I was a little bit caught by surprise right there. Had some nonsense going on in the background, threw me off, but we're good to go now. And it looks like we're going to pick up right where we left off, heading over to the losers bracket now with Baron versus Diver. Are we going to see that craziness of a matchup? Who knows? Do you have any I think you kind of already gave your predictions and rundown of what we might see. Who's the winner? Who has the tougher road here?
You really want me to call who's the winner specifically?
Yeah. No. That's why I rephrase that. Don't do that. Don't listen to me right now. Sorry, I was still thrown off a little bit.
Because like personally, this matchup I feel like is a lot more difficult for me to say.
Yeah, it's a tough
I don't really have like a super hard prediction like I would do in a lot of other situations. Like this one to me feels like I think we're getting the best we could.
Yeah.
In terms of the matchup, right? So
yeah, absolutely. And I think that it's going to be a little bit of a. I'm excited to see Lil Wayne do some more work. It's one of my favorite characters to watch earlier.
Yeah.
Don't see a character too often, at least not in this tournament. However, it would be nice to see what Diver can do against Neokarsh as well. I'm not saying that I want to see a specific person win, but I do want to see a refined gameplay. If Baron happens to make it back, take a breather, But let's not worry about Neokarsh. You have to worry about Baron versus Diver right now. Let's worry about that.
Yeah, that's one of the most classic mistakes that people can make in a tournament bracket, right? Is like, all right, I'm preparing for my matchup in round 3. Or whatever. Yeah. And it's like, bro, I lost in round 1. What happened?
Exactly. Yep. That's definitely a thing. Yeah. So you don't want to overlook the match at hand. You don't even want to overlook the current round. Don't even worry about the next set. You got to worry about the first. Take it one round at a time. So yeah, we'll definitely see what happens. As soon as the players are ready to, we'll be ready to roll. Characters that are going to be picked. Oh, go ahead.
That's the thing, is that's what I was about to put up. It's about which character. It's Uno for Diver. So all right, so Uno was I think the first of the characters that I saw personally for Diver. I could be wrong about this. I could be misremembering, but I think this is the first character that I really associated with Diver. But again, that could be just because Uno came out before the other two characters. So
got you. That's right. It's all in order of remembrance.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so Uno's gonna be here, and this is a patch that I think is really good for Uno right now. We've talked about this before, not only on one of the tournament streams, but one of the videos that we've done for the league. That Uno right now is kind of hard to deal with for a number of characters, and I would think that Loane probably is dreading this character in particular, and if it's for the reasons that I think it is, we're probably going to see those very quickly, and we're probably going to want to see Baron make sure that never happens, right?
Yeah, and I think Baron kind of starting to round out lunging right after Diver to not get put in that position where he's just zoned out the entire match.
Yeah, but uses the back shift. Okay, that's going to be really good.
Ooh, spot dodge.
Overdrive
I thought that was a spot dodge. My fault.
It was the close medium, unfortunately. So, but yeah, that spear stab right there, that is one of the hardest moves for Loane to deal with. On top of having excellent anti-air ability that Uno has, both in the spear spin and also the 2H. There's just a number of reasons why I feel like this matchup could go poorly. But hey, you also have to time being able to stop that jump U, and there it was. Yeah. Not the best timing. Oh, wanted a 2H at this time. Yeah, that's too late. Tried to 2H again. Got the cross up here. Gonna be able to set up. Ooh, nice parry. Forced to block it, which... Yeah, and there's the stab. That immediately gets rid of the Catalina bot, which is, one of the strongest approach tools there for Baron. Oh, that had to have been an accidental lead, I feel like. That must have been a slide, yeah.
There it is. Got it this time. Still keeping up. Nice.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, taking the turn back right there, using the parry. But here's where the chip damage comes in, and this is one of the highest chip damage characters in Overdrive. So
that I wasn't aware of. I didn't realize that. That's what Uno's going to be delivering. There's a lot of chip.
Not going to matter though. Catalina bot missiles were coming in the clutch right there. Aaron with a round. We got 1 round apiece. Last round for the game. I like that. You see the missiles, you immediately go towards the parry. You lose your turn, you immediately go towards the parry. And now both players don't have parry. So the only way they can take their turn back is by risking it all.
Oh my gosh, this is just crazy. Diver's is playing so well,
frame
so
trap,
strong, so aggressive.
And unfortunately for Baron, though, his parry is not as strong as Uno's, and it is spot dodgeable upon reaction. So they've tried to make numerous changes to Loian's parry to eliminate that, but there are still certain situations where it is possible to spot dodge his parry after it comes out. So kind of unfortunate, and you see it right there again. Yeah, and I mean Diver has had it, I think, every single time that it's been possible to cancel. Like,
oh my gosh, look at this. This is just absolute control and domination. Diver's looking really strong right now. Oh my
Skybound out, excuse me. But Yiggy's out. All right, we saw some knowledge checks before. Let's check your knowledge now. Jumps over the rocks, just immediately blocks spot dodge, tries to jump over again. Oh no! Got hit by the lightning bolt. That's gonna set it back a little bit, but just close enough that the punish is available, and Diver will fight it just well enough.
Yeah. It's unfortunate couldn't get a little more out of Iggy there, but not much he could do at that point. It's down too low.
Yeah, that's another one of those textbook examples of being not only being able to deal with Iggy, but knowing why Iggy is not really a super strong thing, right?
Yeah.
She looks intimidating to somebody when they first show up.
That's
Absolutely.
Right, yeah. Look at this, man. This is just
like the turn back. Yep. Rush down is +2 or +4, one of the two. It's either +2 or +4. And it's one of those things where normally people respect, but if you have a parry, you sometimes have to throw it out. Ooh, spot dodge is the unblockable. I like it.
Hey, this is a chance to kind of turn it on the whole set around here. You might need this momentum. Oh.
Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah.
Spirit Snap is so much chip damage. And there's the 5L. Yeah. So Diver had been doing parry after those types of situations a number of times, right? So instead goes towards the 5L, and that completely changes up what Baron had expected. Yeah. Because of that. Was like, oh yeah, it'll probably be a parry again. Nope, not the case.
And it's just crazy to see, I thought the way Baron came out, initially was super strong, super calculated in the first match against Neokarsh, got sent to the losers finals. Probably had a whole different game plan ready, and then Diver, kind of hit that switch up on the character select screen, and just it worked out. And like you said, it was probably nail biting at that point. You don't want to go against a character that's going to zone you out. And I underestimated the amount of damage they could deal too. That's kind of nasty and kind of disgusting.
It's another reason why Uno is I think sitting pretty well. Like, I'm not going to say he's like top 5, but he's definitely quite good in this match. So he's always something that you have to think about. You have to watch out for. And that's a character that's not super popular, so it's really hard to prepare for it without just learning the character yourself. So, I mean, hey, if you're entered in one of the next community leagues, might be a good idea to start studying right now, is all I'm saying.
Right, character that, they don't have so much knowledge against yet, or a matchup experience. I think we've seen this one. I know Shuabu rocked the character, and I think there might have been maybe one more player I think I've seen.
There is one more player, yeah.
Yeah, throughout all the regions, So it's kind of crazy. The character's just not getting played that much. But however, good stuff to Diver now, and Diver will be moving on to face Neokarsh in the grand finals. And now this one will be a 3 out of 5.
Yes.
Diver going to have to win 2 sets here. Neokarsh sitting comfortably in the winners. I don't want to say too comfortably, because the way Diver is playing, got a arsenal of characters. I like that you said it. Everybody's kind of got a main, a secondary, a tertiary, everything. So we'll see who Diver decides to pull out. I mean, see who Neokarsh decides to pull out too.
Yeah, well, you gotta. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, it does go both ways. And speaking of which, all of these players will now have access to this exclusive in-game skin. And I think it was cool in one of the previous tournaments in Southeast Asia, we did see Valterra rocking the custom Jita skin in the tournament, so that's kind of cool to see. If you have not signed up for any of these tournaments, just make sure you go to bit.ly/GBVS League. Find out when the next one is. You can sign up, you can enter, and you will be getting one of these exclusive in-game skins. You can flex on it, you can post with it, show off what you're looking like, show us which character you picked and how you're looking, and if it did improve your win rate, because there has been rumors to suggest that, the different outfits help you play better. I can't confirm or deny that, but that's just what I've heard around the block.
So for this matchup in particular, I have to talk about Diver because I just went back and checked the bracket, and the run for Diver has been a slog. Good lord.
Okay.
So Diver lost first round to Professor Nekotech.
Oh.
And then had to play the whole tournament 2-0ing everyone.
Oh man.
Until he got to Chunko, who it was a 2-1, and then right after that, to make top 4, had to fight Professor Nekotech.
Had to get that run back, and you probably know Diver was foaming at the mouth to get that run back.
Insane. Absolutely insane. But yeah, we're grand finals in, just like you're saying. Diver has to win 2 sets. And I'm going to note the Uno pick. The Uno pick, I feel like, was one of the 2 best picks out of the characters that we've seen. 6 being the other, in my personal opinion, in terms of matchup spread. Right?
Yeah.
These are just the 2 most solid characters to have picked versus Neo Karsh's possibilities.
Well, like it looks like they're they're slugging it out right now. Not too dominating. Maybe I spoke too soon, and
honestly, I would actually say it was very dominating, because what you were looking at before the hit that Diver got against Neo Karsh was the positioning. Diver had very properly put Neo Karsh into the corner, and Neo Karsh had no answer, and is still having no answer.
It was just what I was missing, it was the slow bullying of positioning, which ultimately led to Neo Karsh's demise that round.
Yeah, and I mean, you're well versed in that too. I know from your long amount of experience in the FGC being put in the corner is sometimes a death sentence, even if you're not yet in the corner. Just being pushed that direction can be really bad.
Yep. Yeah, you're getting bullied. Essentially, not realizing it, and then before you know it, oh man, I'm stuck in a bad position and I can't get out.
Yeah, I mean, look at this, right? So Neo Karsh attempted to fight back, but that was in a range outside of Catalina's buttons, but inside of anything that Diver could do to whip punish, right? So it was just all in favor of Diver just by being at a particular position, just one position. We're not even talking about the rest of what it could be.
Right. It looks like they went back to the we might see a
Vegeta
character
time?
switch. Oh yeah, that would make sense. Yep.
Versus Vegeta.
There it is. All right, the terror herself.
Yep. Yeah, right. Let's see what weapon she's gonna bring into battle.
It could be the fish. A lot of people like the fish.
I love it.
Okay, no, just regular sword.
Okay, all right. That means that Neo Karsh means business.
Yeah,
no fish, no frying pans.
For those of you who play the Granblue Fantasy mobile game, that sword is the one you get for unlocking all 5 Eternals on the specific skin. So, it doesn't have a name because it's not one you can actually collect. It's just part of the skin.
Oh, I see.
Well, it might have a name in Versus, but yeah, I mean, look at the pressure.
Yeah. What did Diver do? I don't understand. I mean, I know Diver was sent to the loser's first round.
Diver's been on the hot seat, bro.
I know, but when does it end? Like, it's not.
It ends when Diver is crowned champion. That's when it ends, Mike.
I like it. I like that kind of hunger. Yeah, this is actually insane. Oh, don't ever send me to losers again.
Oh, yeah, and okay, so Neo Karsh tried that before. Tried to use the Dragon Punch to be able to take the turn back after a negative on block Rekka, right? And Diver had gotten hit by it last time, was ready for it this time, and now look at what's changed.
Oh,
almost killed.
Wow. Yeah.
Very close, but now you're in chip range because Chip Guts is gone. You can now be chipped.
Don't tell me Vegeta's gonna. Okay.
Oh, the miss! Oh, but there's the chip, yeah. That miss on the throw could have been on the way down a hit. but Diver was not ready for it. So Neokarsh really fighting on the back foot right now. And this is the one person that Neokarsh did not run into out of the people that were possible in the top 4, right? So
this is insane. You don't want to do this. You don't want to get this far. You did so well. You ran through runner's bracket. But Diver has a game plan to disrupt the tournament.
But in the end, Mike, did it even matter?
Oh, gosh, no, don't hit him with that. Don't hit him with that.
I'm sorry, I just had to.
Yeah. All right.
Neokarsh? Yeah,
trying to fight back.
Okay, yeah. Got hit on that one, and that's one of the hard parts. So both of these characters are really strong at the whip punish game, right? Their mid-range game is crazy good, and that's why you see so many spot dodges at those far ranges, right? Is they're specifically trying to force the opponent to whiff something big, and I mean that's what afforded this. The Super Skybound art, full Eternal Ascendancy, but not gonna kill.
No.
Was that all easy input? I unfortunately wasn't paying attention to the indicator. That might have been all easy input, and that's maybe why it didn't kill. Oh, but not gonna matter, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought we were gonna see something crazy with the backshift there from Diver. Oh man, nice. Can't even
that
jump.
anti-air
Controls the
pays off
airspace
so hard.
Nice.
It's like it pushes the opponent all the way to the corner on a hard knockdown too. Like you got to think about that. So you just take all that real estate. However, Neokarsh pushing back, and again that anti-air is gonna see that anti-air one more time, and now we're just switching corner to corner. There is no mid-screen.
Good. Nice. All right. Fighting for positioning. Neokarsh definitely needs us to hold on to some sanity.
Caught the jump out. Yeah, that's how you can tell Neokarsh is still just trying to do stuff that can get out without worrying about what the consequences might be. Yeah.
Right.
He's not trying to let all these anti-airs deter him, but that might be his death. Oh, that's huge damage. That's going to do it.
Yeah. Definitely needed that.
You don't even need the animation.
Uh-oh.
Coming back.
Could that be, I'm about to say, could that be enough information?
I mean, you know, Neokarsh is an old school player. Sometimes you gotta get information for that kind of player because of the way they play the game, right?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Picking apart your opponent's tendencies can be so powerful.
Yep.
There's the parry. You know, we haven't seen a ton of the parry, I would say, from Diver.
Right.
Like, it's obviously been present, but it has been... Yeah, we're seeing more of that.
Yeah, right. Oh.
And yet Neokarsh is undeterred from jumping. And it's still just paying off just enough.
Yep, that reward for getting in. Nice. I like that pressure.
Ooh, yeah, the 2U, that's going to be full conversion. No! Did it too early?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Okay. That could have been really bad, though.
Yeah.
In the spirit. Okay, there's the wall bounce this time. Yeah, didn't do it too early. And you're going to see the damage, the hard knockdown, the meter build for Neokarsh.
Safe
60 bars available at the start of the game.
Oh my god. Look at this.
Oh, goodness. Oh, this is tumbling down.
Yes. I think we saw, you know, there needed to be a couple games to gather some intel. Neokarsh has the information needed. We're seeing adaptation.
Well, the anti-airs are still on deck, but they're just not enough anymore. We need more than just that now.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, so Diver, again, attempting to use the strength of Uno, which is that whiff punish 5H, but Neokarsh excellently baiting it out by standing at a particular age, then walking back and waiting for the button to be pressed. The reactions on Neokarsh are just insane. Like,
yeah. How does this matchup fare versus 6? Never mind. Doesn't matter. Okay, we're gonna go with Uno still.
I think this is still a fine choice. I don't think this is a Uno issue here.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, I agree. We saw what happened those first 2 games. There was totally nothing wrong with the character. It's just
if 6 were the pick, I mean 6 can run over literally anyone, right? Like that's just how the character works. It's totally possible. The problem is being able to get around the strong mid-range buttons of Cheetah. And I think that's probably what Diver is attempting to stay away from. There's the Skybound art, though.
Gonna do some damage.
Oh, tried to go for the throw, but was too early on the meaty there. The parry came out, but that's not going to get around the overdrive. Yeah, offensive overdrive can be a bit scary sometimes. Oh, delayed.
No.
Yeah, the frame trap right there. Shades of another game that I'm sure Mike is familiar with.
No. Blocked from memory. I repressed those memories.
A particular version of that game.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress.
Yes. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. And there's that whip punish again. And, you know, it's so interesting because, like, most people are just certain that Uno is the character that you're going to see 90% of the whip punishes from. But then you run into Cheetah, and it's like, she's there, too. You have to watch out for that far medium.
Yeah. Goodness, man.
And the sweep, hard knockdown. Oh, and that's going to punish the spot dodge, yeah. So the delayed meaty right there, punishing the spot dodge. Very, very good.
Man, so we are on now tournament point for Neokarsh. Diver needs us to reset the bracket. Just got to stay solid. You had a perfect game plan going into this. And then I think Diver might have let Neokarsh get inside of his head a bit.
I do like that Diver cut his losses right there on the jump. Recognize that Cheetah was close enough that the anti-air is possible, so press nothing, right? Because you don't want to take a counter hit, because that's 60% of your life. So you just take the one hit and you just go again.
Oh my. Oh,
wow,
nice.
that parry's so active.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Neokarsh thought he had weathered the storm right there.
Yeah. Oh my God, here it is.
Well, the problem is she's in now though. Like you can't rely on that spear too much. She has one of the fastest run speeds. Her crossover can lead to stuff. There's the overdrive. He gets blocked too in the back. Okay.
Wow,
hold on.
nice rush. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to keep it safe. You saw that pressure was real safe. The throw right there, that's gonna do it. And Diver resetting the bracket, staying alive. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Is that okay? So we might have had our first reset in the whole league.
Wait, no.
Maybe.
I believe, ZJZ. And,
oh yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think
had,
okay. So
picked Cagliostro first game in losers bracket, got beat, switched to Fairy, and then just ran straight through it.
All right. Well, you know, I mean, still, there's very few bracket resets in the Granblue Fantasy versus Community League so far, and we're not just talking about North America. We're talking about the whole league.
Yeah.
There's apparently only been one other that we can remember off the top of our heads.
Correct.
So.
On the globe. Yeah, in the globe. on this blue ball, there might have been only one of
that has got to put Diver in such good spirits right now. He's got to be smelling like blood in the water and just going for it at this point, right?
Yep. And on the other end of that, you know, Neokarsh, you got to be a bit nervous because the only other person to ever reset the bracket has a 100% win rate. Or, you know, if oh my God.
Good Lord, Mike.
Statement. It's
Michael
coming.
Rossington.
Yes. Diver is still on a tear.
Yeah, the jump in on this one though, and that is the weakness of what would normally be a strength for Uno, right? We talk about the whip punish ability, but those normals that whip punish do have the recovery, so jumping over them can be quite strong. Or even the spear stab, right? That's also something that can be jumped over. Yeah, Neokarsh tried. Wow, just recovered in time to get the parry out.
Nice. Dang, this is crazy. Diver's playing crazy right now.
Oh, that was an accident. There's no way.
Yeah.
Oh, but not gonna matter. That was 2 rounds in, I want to say, 60 seconds. I want to say that was 60 seconds. I could be wrong.
You see,
Diver's starting to run away with it.
Yeah, you see the veteran tendencies, slowing it down in between matches, like calm down. You know, you can recognize that Diver is, you know, has the momentum going for him right now. So you want to slow that down.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta ice your opponent because there's clearly a X factor going on right now for Diver. The level of decision making is fast, and the pace that he's playing at or the pace that they're playing at is not something that Neokarsh was keeping up with.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I like that. He uses the rush instead of just taking it, right? Because that's gonna stop and check Neo Karsh from attempting to take turns back.
Oh, nope.
Push him away, and that's gonna be a hit too. So
now we're gonna witness, well, both insane damage. Oh god, that might be it, huh?
Right for me. Let's see. Oh yeah. That's the hard part, right? Is that was off of like a far confirm, so you're not getting animation, and then that also could have been easy input just to ensure that the one hit confirm could happen.
Got you.
Because maybe inputting double quarter circle at that moment could be a little bit difficult. Yep, and there it is again. We talked about that at the beginning or at the end of last set. Excuse me. That Diver cut the losses, did not press a button on the jump in, so he would not take 60% of their life. Oh well, you jumped.
That's the answer. That's what you get for jumping.
Well, I mean, we saw a lot of that in the last set from Diver. Is that jumps were never going to go unanswered, right? And that's still the same thing that Diver is bringing into this set. Neo Karsh jumping and never letting the anti-airs or the frame traps that catches the jump outs not deter him may be a big problem because he is taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, this is kind of ridiculous right now. This is insane, dude. Like, come on.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, Diver's got it down to pat right now and using... Okay, yeah. So that may get you out of the corner, but it does have quite a bit of recovery. So there is the punish on that. And Neo Karsh is going to be able to move forward again. But there's that 5H. That could be death as long as there's no drop. Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
This is now tournament point complete difference. Diver looking to almost 3-0 after a bracket reset, after coming from losers.
It felt like 20 seconds ago this was Neo Karsh on tournament point.
Not the case anymore.
Turn like crazy, yeah. Sorry, it's still possible. This is Neo Karsh just got to get the head right. Got to get in the game.
Nice crossover to get through the spear. Well, that was a perfect decision. So that may be the beginning of it. Here's the hard knockdown. Got to watch out for the parry. It's going to be overdrive this time instead. And that's the RPS you have to play on defense versus Uno, right? Is it going to be overdrive or is it going to be parry on the wake up?
Right. Yeah, that's the game you got to play. The risk you got to take. The guessing game. Good damage. Not over. Neo Karsh still has a chance.
And there's that run recovery. Oh, caught the crossover with the low. And that is going to do it with just solid play. A completely different way to win the tournament from the way that they were playing throughout the rest of the set, right? So before it was like complete offense, absolutely impossible to be shut down with just whiff punishes and anytime they're in the mid screen. And then finally, when it came down to the wire, it was not a whiff punish. It was not being directly on top of Neo Karsh. No, it was just chill, wait for them to do crossover, run, or a button, and you're good.
And yeah, that's absolutely insane. Got to give a big congratulations to Diver on that one for the composure, for being able to just come back and actually not just win it, but that was really in dominating fashion.
No, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
that was fantastic.
Absolutely insane. Seeing the Uno pick, I guess, we're kind of prepping for 6, but that's not what we got. We got something far more dangerous, it seems. Unfortunate for Neo Karsh. Neo Karsh will... Jesus, I'm sorry about that. Neo Karsh will take second place here.
Saw that caffeine, buddy.
It finally started to hit me towards the end there. Yeah, Neo Karsh taking second. It's got to hurt. You attempted to qualify, didn't work out. But Diver, and I don't know did Diver enter the first wave?
I would have to double check the bracket because I do not remember if Diver was in that one. Regardless, did it this time, and that's all that really matters, right?
Yeah, that was, absolutely impressive play. Diver is your NA South second region or second wave qualifier. Congratulations, good stuff to everybody else that entered the tournament. But this was Diver's moment. Like you said, Diver was powered up from the moment it got sent to losers first round, and came all the way back and just terrorized the tournament. Got to be a heartbreaker for Neokarsh, but Diver, sorry, Diver, you played out of your mind.
Yeah.
You're right. You know it got me.
Fantastic. That grand finals was great. I'm super happy with that. Everything from the tugging on the heartstring where we were about to maybe go just not have another bracket reset. Right? It was 3-2. It was looking like Neokarsh was making the run back, and not the case.
Yeah, I thought the slowing the game down and taking a break, switching to Jita was all the tools necessary, but nah, Diver was just out of control with that. That was, props to you. What I think we're going to do right now is we are going to take a quick break, but when we come back, let's hear from the champion. Let's hear from Diver. Yes, that's right. And let's see what's going on. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in a few moments. Welcome back, everybody. So we have a little bit of unfortunate news. Ebonic Plague went backstage to try to pull Diver for the interview.
I tried. I
But
really did.
yeah, when you went back there, the locker was already cleaned out. There was no towel. The gym bag was gone. Tennis shoes missing. So Diver has taken off. We don't know Diver's whereabouts. We are unable to contact, unable to reach him at this time. So unfortunately, we're just gonna have to all hold this community L league and just let Diver be. Don't try to chase Diver down. Don't try to contact him. Don't try to say, hey, come back. You know, we have to respect that he had some other urgent matters at play. You know, it just hurts all of us. I would have loved to get some insight as to how you powered up, you know, and ran through everybody from the, you know, losers. What, you know, so much advice and wisdom we could have gotten from somebody who's gone through that, because there's a lot of people that lose their first tournament match and then they go 0-2, but somehow Diver was able to lose the first match and say, I'm gonna win this thing. And guess what, Ebonic Plague, we're never gonna know what type of champion mindset that is, because Diver dipped and dove off the deep end and abandoned all of us right here. So we're stuck here yearning for this information that we'll never be able to fill our empty hearts with.
Womp womp. Very sad. But, you know, that's what life is. So again, congratulations to our competitors. Thank you so much for joining us here. You know, everybody else can join us for the next set of Granblue Fantasy versus Community Leagues, because these are our final chances to qualify, guys. This is right.
Yeah.
And that's not just to qualify, but also your final chances to sign up and get one of those exclusive in-game skins. That again, you're only getting them here. So
that's right. Yeah, after this, you know, this is the only place you'll ever be able to rock them. So, you know, you're trying to get that fall line up or that fall line. This is it. You go to yeah, there's still, as Ebonic Plague mentioned as well, we are in the second wave of tournaments in a South Down now, with Diver being the champion here. We only have a few left, so there's still a chance for you to sign up in case we haven't hit your region yet. Make sure you go to bit.ly, let me rephrase that, bit.ly/GBVS League, and look for the tournaments coming up in your area. Make sure you sign up so you can get these exclusive in-game skins. You also get a chance to qualify for a finals match later on. And yeah, make sure you sign up. Again, want to thank all of you for coming out watching this. Ebonic Plague, do you have any final departing words of wisdom for all of the people watching right now at all?
Yeah, I actually do believe that Granblue Fantasy Versus is still on sale for, I think this is what, the last day right now for
Nice.
PC. So hey, if you enjoyed what you saw, you can get it for very cheap if you buy the base version, or you can buy the Ultimate Edition and get all the DLC to come with it. So make sure you do that. You know, that's my personal opinion. You know, check out the game.
Yeah, and I mean, I know there's, you know, we're in an era where, you know, people are very attracted to Steam charts. I don't know if you saw, but it seems like there was like over 1,000. Okay, all right, never mind. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, go to bit.ly/GBVS League for more information, and we will see you the next.